Winning is for the obsessed. What's the difference between people who win and people who don't? It's not talent, and it's not luck, and it's definitely not who had the easiest life. I think the biggest difference is this. The people who eventually win, they simply refuse to stay down. And I've been on both sides. I worked in Hollywood for over a decade. I've built businesses, I've worked on some incredible productions, and from the outside it looked like everything was going exactly the way I'd planned. Then life hit. Hollywood changed. The work disappeared. And I pretty much lost everything I'd built. I had a choice. Feel sorry for myself, which I did for far too long, or rebuild. And I'll be honest, there were days I didn't feel like getting out of bed. Days where I questioned everything. Days where it honestly would have been easier to quit than just keep going. But here's what I realized. Nobody was coming to save me. Not the government, not Hollywood, not the friends you thought you had, not motivation. It was my life was changing. And it was because I changed. And I think, honestly, that's where most people get stuck. They're waiting for that motivated feeling. They're waiting for the next perfect opportunity to hit. They're waiting until Monday or next month, until life just gets a little bit easier. And then next thing you know, another year goes by. And here's the truth. As much as I preach motivation, motivation is garbage because it comes and goes. It's the discipline, the repetition, that's what changes your life. The people you admire most don't wake up excited every single day. They wake up and they decide to do the work regardless because they built systems instead of relying on feelings. Confidence works the exact same way. People think that the confidence comes first, and it doesn't. Confidence comes from keeping the promises you made to yourself. You say you're going to wake up early, do it. You say you're going to finally go to the gym, go. You say you're going to start a business, just start it. Every promise you keep builds trust within yourself, and every excuse chips away at it. And let's talk about rejection, because everybody's terrified of it. And I used to think rejection meant that I just wasn't good enough. And now I look at it completely differently. Because rejection is tuition. It's the price you pay to get where you're trying to go. And every successful person has been rejected more times than most people are willing to risk. The difference is, those people kept going. I also think we spend way too much time comparing ourselves to everyone else. Social media makes it look like everybody is winning. They're buying houses, renting, taking vacations on a credit card, driving nice cars that are rented, and landing the dream jobs that don't really exist. But you're comparing your behind the scenes to somebody else's highlight reel. And we all need to stop doing that. Compare yourself to who you were 6 months ago. Are you stronger? Are you smarter? Are you healthier? Do you have more discipline? That's the only comparison that matters. And here's another life lesson that got beat into me. Your circumstances are not your identity. Just because you lost something doesn't mean you're a loser. Just because your business failed, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. And just because life knocked you down and kicked your ass doesn't mean that you have to stay there. Some of the strongest people you'll ever meet are people who rebuilt after they lost everything. Pain is a way of teaching us lessons that success never could. And today, I actually appreciate the struggle. Not because it's been fun or easy, it wasn't, but because it forced me to become someone I never would have become otherwise. And here's what I know now. Winning isn't just one big moment. It's hundreds of micro decisions. Getting out of bed, making that call, going to the gym, posting a video, learning a specific skill, trying again and again after repeatedly hearing no. Over and over and over again. People always ask what successful people have that everyone else doesn't. And honestly, I think it's very simple. They're obsessed. They're not obsessed with looking successful. They're obsessed with getting better, obsessed with learning, and obsessed with improving, obsessed with becoming the person that their goals require them to be. And that's different. So if you're going through a rough season right now, great, good. That doesn't mean that your story is over. It might just mean you're in the part that's building the person you're supposed to become. Keep showing up. Keep learning. And keep swinging. Because one day, you'll look back and realize the hardest chapter of your life became the foundation for everything that came after it. I'm still rebuilding. I'm still learning. And I'm still chasing bigger goals. And even when I thought it wasn't possible, I just refused to quit. And I hope you refuse to quit too. Because life doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the people who kept showing up long after everyone else was gone. I'm Mike Fortin. And remember, your past explains you. It doesn't define you. Now, let's go build something that we can all be proud of.